Okay, so here is a video game called Wargame Red Dragon. It is a real-time strategy video game that takes place during the Cold War and in the not-so-distant future, which is not unlike Battlefield 2042. It takes place in a not-so-distant future. And I think Battlefield 2042 could have taken inspiration from this video game, Wargame Red Dragon. And I'm going to explain why. There's a game mode in Battlefield 2042 called Breakthrough, where it's 64 players attacking 64 players. And those 64 players are defending parts of the map. The attacking team is also, 64 players, and they have vehicles, and same with the defending team. They have vehicles, and you control parts of the map. So, you push forward. And with 64 players, you can have a lot of infantry, you can have a lot of vehicles. In 2042, I was disappointed. I was also disappointed in the amount of destruction. I was disappointed in the map design. And I think that if any of the developers watch this video, I hope that they can take some inspiration for this particular battle I'm about to show you in their upcoming content when they try and do Battlefield 2042 DLC or whatever. So let me explain the situation here. We are about to do a beach landing, not unlike D-Day, except this is the North Korean versus South Korean, and the Americans and NATO forces have decided we're going to do the beach landing. Historical significance I'm going to ignore right now because I don't feel like giving a history lesson, but look up the Korean War if you need to. So what do we have? We have helicopters, we have fighter jets, we have aircraft carriers, we have battleships, we have amphibious assault vehicles, we have armored tanks, and they have something similar too. They have reconnaissance vehicles, they have anti-air vehicles, and looks like artillery pieces. They've got these look like artillery, aircraft, gunships. Gunships. These are probably the scariest things. The rocket pods and missiles here. They also have some airplanes. I've never seen them use airplanes in this battle, but here we go. So this reminded me of Battlefield 3's Rush game mode on the map Karg Island, because we end up starting in the water with a fleet of Marines and support vehicles. Then we have to land on a beach, destroy some AMCOMs, push in through a city, destroy some more AMCOMs, and then the rush kind of just ends here. Well, on this map, you'll have the same thing. You'll have the beach, the landing, the front sector. You have supporting watercraft that can go through here, city. And then this map continues. You have smaller city, variety combat here, open field here, dense forest. You have mountains to snipe from if you wanted to play that. But snipers in Battlefield, rush mode was pretty useless. But we have 64 versus 64. So let me just show you the map in detail. With 64 versus 64, you could have really large-scale battles, and that's what Wargame Red Dragon does. Whenever I play this game, it just makes me want to play Rush Karg Island and just be another soldier in the battlefield. There's also commander mode that they got rid of in Battlefield 2042, and I want a commander mode. Look, here's my commander. I want, that's me on the battlefield. Commander in Battlefield 4, you could call in support, radar, satellite scanners, UAVs, cruise missiles, AC-130s, depending on which capture points you owned. Alright, so, okay, look at this map. Just look at this map. We got the beach. We got big cities here. Big city. All of this should be destructible environments. You should be able to collapse some of these buildings. Fighting street to street, block by block, controlling the sectors here. Moving up. And then once you get to this area, now it's small villages. house to house. Tanks should be able to drive through this no problem. Look at that. Forests, farms, fields, and on the flanks we have this road. I'll probably utilize the road. Water, so small boats can get through here. Support with their machine guns of any troops coming in this way. Tanks that are on the road, I'll probably stick them behind these trees so they can shoot that way. We got this beautiful highway that just comes right through the middle, so the vehicles can come to the front lines quickly. I'll probably have to put a destroyer here and cover in. You know, it's like, okay, all right, this is a good map. It's a good map. Enemy spawns like back here. I'll have to probably try and spawn kill him with helicopters because that's fun to do against the AI. I'm versing the AI, not another player. So let's make a landing force. Okay, so LAV, that would have, you know, a driver, a gunner, and like 4 more troops inside. Okay, that's 6 players. That's 6 players that could be in an LAV. And Battlefield 2042, we've got 64 players. So I'm going to try and recreate that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So, boom. We got driver, gunner, 2, 4, 6, 8. Some passengers. Sure. And then let's bring in these boats that carry tanks. So boats would be driver each, the tank, driver, gunner. So, and then let's have a few more on the side here. And reconnaissance. Let's grab one of these guys here. Alright, look at that. Look at that. This is... Let's just count it real quick. We've got 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9... 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 24 just to operate the vehicles, and the passengers can fill in, I don't know, another 10 players. So we're at 34 players. 34 players. Look at all these cool gadgets and gear we have to assault the beach. I want to do this. I want to do this in 2042. This is what I want to do. You've got support roles. Like, if you're not good at driving tanks, just drive a boat. It's just W and left click. Okay, it's easy. Okay. They're white right now because the battle hasn't started yet. Don't worry, we'll take a good detail look at them. Now let's have... That's 64 versus 64 is what the game mode breakthrough does. Let's add in 64 more players, shall we? Well, we gotta have these big battle boats. Big battle boats. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at these things look so awesome. Each of these probably takes 3 people to operate in a video game. I know in real life, you know, you got a huge amount of sailors that got to go on these boats, but these boats are going to be awesome in Battlefield 2042. It'd be awesome. Okay, so that's 3, 6, 9 players. Let's add in some close support boats. Here we go. There you go. These are monitors. They, you know, they're support boats for big boats. Maybe 2 players. They got cannons on them, machine guns, and they can fire smoke. So here we are. We got 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We got 21 players here. We got 30-ish players here. Like, we're at 64, okay? We're at 64 players. And look at all these cool things you can do. And then the other side, they have attack helicopters, probably the biggest threat. These boats can handle that if they're okay there. You know, all kind. Okay, let's launch the battle, and I'm gonna put it to bullet time here. And look at this. Isn't this something you want to use in Battlefield 2042? This cannon, this big cannon here. Look at this big cannon on top. We got tiny boats. We got landing pads here. A machine. This is super powerful Centurion cannon or whatever it's called. Maybe you can snipe from on top. Like, look at this boat. It's so cool looking. This is something I want to operate in Battlefield 2042. These are the land crew forces. Sure, great, wonderful. And, you know, flanking land crew boats here. Let's issue the first orders. Here. I'm gonna have that guy move that way. This boat's gonna cover this area. This boat will cover that village. Just this area here. These guys gotta protect the boats, so we'll have them one on each side of these boats. There's the first orders, and then this crew, this will be my flanking. They'll go here, and this is the main assault force. I'll try and make sure I don't lose the game when I play, so I can continue to explain how excited I am for 2042 doing something like this in the future, but it probably won't happen. So let's put it to slow-mo. I have to play on slow because I'm not that good at this video game, but I watched some tutorials. Thank you to those of you that made Wargame Red Dragon tutorials. Look at it. Look at it. Look at these. This is so cool. Oh, I heard cannons going off. Cannons going off. Look at it. They're bombarding any enemies they see, covering the advancing naval team. Marines here. Look at it. Look at it. They're firing flares. Look at how cool this would look. Diverting the missiles. That missile's going to go harmless away. Here comes this Oliver Hazard Perry, I think, has made it to its destination too. He's popping flares. Is he going to engage? He's going to engage too. That side is... Oh, they're getting hit. These things are just annihilate. They're covering the advance of the troops here. They're covering the advance. Okay, I gotta bring these a little closer. I'm gonna start popping smoke here. These guys can fire smoke, because if they can't see through the smoke, they have to advance. All right, let's unload these tanks. So here are the boats. They're gonna go off to do the tank things. Let's unload these tanks. I think look at that. Oh, this guy took some damage. That's fine. Should be okay here. Monitors covering. Here come the tanks. The tanks are here now. It looks like they're about to engage some stuff. Firing real. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. They're firing. Look at it. These attack helicopters have to come in. Here they come. They're firing their missiles. Hopefully they miss the tanks. Boom! Did you see that hit? Oh! Look at that. That's a good shot. These gunships are scary, but these Oliver Hazard Perrys are just covering fire on those boats, or on the tanks. They're doing it. I think it's safe enough to move in with these guys. This is my commander. He's gonna start moving in a moment. Gunships taking fire. Oof. I think the helicopters have been moderately eliminated. Oliver Hazard Perry. He needs to start hitting those guys. There we go. And the troops have made it ashore. Hold on, let me put slow-mo bullet time here. I should probably control some of these units here. Let's just move them up on the side here. These boats can move up here. These boats are done disembarking their tanks. So I'm going to put them at close range support on this side. I think we have enough firepower there. Alright. Back to slow-mo and watch the awe. Alright, here come the ground troops. They're about to make landfall. Looks like the commander did. Oh, what is this? Is that a scout helicopter? I don't like that. I don't like that scout helicopter. I'm gonna kill it with a phantom. I think. Yeah. There you go. Go kill that. Alright, these guys gotta move up because they're getting hit by artillery. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. That artillery is not good. I hate artillery. Oh, no. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Oh, they're stunned. That's not good. Did this jet do a thing yet? Come on, go kill that thing. That scout helicopter is what's letting him do artillery very well. There we go. Let's look at this. Let this go off. God! The artillery should be handled. I'm gonna move these tanks up. These troops have made it. Let's unload. Let's bring up the LAVs here. These Marines occupy this building. Let's do it. These guys, let's put a bullet time here. I'm gonna put they're gonna go in these forests right there. So look at these Marines. There's how many in one of them? Marines are moving in. LAVs have dropped their chalk. Here we go. And engagements. Let's stop. Come on, tanks, move up. Oh, there we go. Look at these kill zone going on. Heavy tanks helping. Marines are in the buildings now. Look at this kill zone that we have set up. They're trying to flank down this road, but this battleship is just not going to let them. Look at that cannon go. This, good thing I put these boats here. Look at all these tracer rounds. This is 2042 the way it should be. All this gunfire, LAVs, let's move up just a little bit more. These guys are not going to make it across that field. Oh, those explosions. Oh, you know what? I should probably bring in a second wave, because I have enough for a second wave. There we go. Let's drop off some tanks here, and more infantry right here. Let's drop you off there. Alright, let's do slope. Alright, back to the action. Look at that, look at that. Look at that shooting. Good stuff. Good stuff. I don't know. Okay, these guys made it to position.
At the ready, sir.
I'm gonna put these tanks here. Here's shooting. Alright, I'm gonna have the Marines move up a little bit. Let's occupy this area. That gunship's right there, but I think that's bait. Okay, these guys, these armor pieces. Oh, here we go. Marines may have seen them. That gunship's just sitting there.
The captain and his crew welcome you aboard.
I'm gonna try and go for it. I might lose that guy. Try and go for it. These guys are getting hit. Let's move them up through the river here. Oh, yep. Phantom destroyed. There is anti-air in that area, so alright. They're not so stupid. Oh, those guys are in trouble. These BTRs are in trouble. Oh, that monitor is hurt. Let's move up another monitor here.
What's up, sir?
Can the Marines move up through this city? Let's move the Marines up through the city. Did these tanks make it? Yeah, they just about did. Oh, there's the anti-air. Yeah. I don't like it, but this boat should be able to cover any tanks that show up. Oh, dear. Good thing these tanks are... These things... I saw more missiles go off. Who's getting hit? Let's fire some more
Orders,
smoke.
sir.
That might annoy him enough to start moving up. So as you can see, the water force here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, those guys are gonna. Come on, engage him. Hit him. Yeah!
Need some extra ice, sir?
Okay. Let's move up
Okay,
these
what's
tanks a little bit.
Read 5.
I'm gonna bring these boats over here. The Marines seem to be doing pretty good through the city. I'm gonna move them up a little bit
Get
more.
out of my- We're in the combat zone right now.
Here we go. There's some shooting.
Platoon is formed and ready.
I think we took out that area.
Just spit it out.
Oh, these anti-air things are not gonna survive that. I'm gonna grab boats that provide fuel, because fuel is a thing in this game, unfortunately. These Marines are coming up. There we go. Looks like we got a variety of targets for these guys to get ready to engage.
Just spit it out.
I'm gonna reverse these guys closer to my... Alright, is the... Oh, yep, he's getting hit. Oh, dear. Come on, gunships, save them.
Are you talking to me?
Looks like they're down to one gunship. They got pretty good line of sight on them. Yeah, gunship down. Now that the gunships are
Got
down,
something for me?
thanks to the cover of the... See, there's a role for it. There's a role to play here.
We'll give him your regards, sir.
Marines doing some more quick kills. Let's move them up a block. Let's bring these heavy tanks right here. They're shooting over here. Oh, these tanks are gonna mop these guys up. Let's move the boats just a little closer to provide machine gun fire. Oh, these guys are gonna get hit if they're not careful.
That's your order.
Where's the boat with fuel? Okay, yep. I'm gonna move the Marines up even a little bit more. Here we go. Those boats are engaging.
March for me. Move it.
Oh, nope. These tanks are helping. Where's these heavy tanks?
Orders, sir.
They able to see?
Sir, yes, sir.
These tanks are firing at something.
Someone called for a cab?
There you go. Look at this cover fire. You see the second wave on the flank? Helping.
What are your orders, sir?
Now, I gotta start using heavy tanks because... There we go. I got... Because they can no longer get covered by the hazard parries.
Why does it always have to be me?
These guys are out of range. I think this sector is done.
I'm all ears.
I'm gonna bring him over here. Let's just enjoy the battle that's happening here.
We're in the combat zone right now.
Ah, look at this gunfight. I can't see very well. Ah, there we go. I lost one of the tanks. Once these guys are fueled up. It looks like I lost another tank there too. We might have to fall back a little bit.
The enemy is in range, so are we.
There's so much smoke. These guys probably have all the fuel now. Good thing I brought in a second wave. This would be so chaotic to do.
If the enemy is in range, so are we.
The Marines got pushed out of the city. We're gonna fall back to this little checkpoint here. Oh no, just reverse like normal. You know what?
They spotted us.
There you go, cover fire from the flank here.
They spotted us.
Can unload these Marines. These Marines can occupy the town on this side here. That should work pretty good.
They spotted us.
There we go. We're gonna bring this boat over here because they might need support. This is thick combat here. We're gonna bring in another pair of tanks. Can I move these guys up?
Platoon is formed and ready.
There we go. I think they have better sight lines here.
Customers for a taxi route. Sir, yes, sir.
That's a commander there.
They spotted us.
Yeah, I stole cargo.
Coming down to the infantrymen and his life. I'm in the middle of a fight.
There we go. Oh, these guys are in trouble. Oh, man. I gotta do something about that artillery. Let's bring in helicopters so I can show you some of those. I think the artillery's around here. They should show up.
Starting to get dangerous here.
Cargo, get over here.
Starting to get dangerous here. Starting to get dangerous here.
All right. I think the Marines. There's a scout helicopter.
They spotted us.
Spotted us? Like what? Alright, guys. I know there's something over here. Let's start going.
Sir, yes, sir.
There's the combat.
Starting to get dangerous.
What did we lose? Oh, man.
Give him hell, boy.
Look out. I think think I'm doing pretty crappy because I'm trying to like make it entertaining for... Let's bring the Marines down to this side. Is this Phantom gonna kill that helicopter?
You spotted something?
I want him to kill that artillery. Come on, hit the scout. There we go. The Marines, I think, can move up to the smaller area.
What can the infantry do for you, sir?
Oh, here are the tanks. That'll come in handy. Let's move them up to the top of the building. These guys are about to fight some things. Let's move them up. BTRs are gonna be in trouble there. The enemy BTRs.
Where do you need us, sir?
See, the helicopters are looking for...
Okay.
Too many units! Those guys are gonna get to here.
Advancing to
These
point.
Marines got to there. Let's move up. Let's move up through these villages.
At the ready, sir. Trouble!
Who's shooting? They're shooting over there? Yeah, these Marines are gonna wipe them up. There we go. Helicopters found some troops. Ah, that was the commander. I saw him in the middle. These guys are fighting. Let's move them up,
Not my war.
along with these guys. The Marines have made it through the city.
It always comes down to the infantryman and his rifle.
Look at these watercraft here.
What's up, sir?
Alright, I think we're free to do this. Marines moving up. Let's grab a heavy tank to support these guys. There's clearly more artillery over here.
Where do you need us, sir?
I'm gonna risk Phantom again. Ah, I'm about to fight their commander there.
Blind without him.
Marines can probably make it to here and control. Let's support them. Let's support them like this.
The captain and his
Ah, artillery must be over there. There we go. I think I'm gonna win this one here. Marines can move up and take the next sector. What's going on here?
Are you talking to me?
Oh, Marines gotta fight this. Alright, Marines are good.
The captain and his crew welcome you aboard.
Oh, look at that guy. Can I engage that? Well, that's not a valid target.
Checklist completed. Ready to go.
We're gonna go that way. Looks like the Marines took over this.
Moving out.
They managed to push through, not too hard.
Just spit it out.
I think these guys are gonna have some trouble doing that. Oh. Let's move these. Oh, these tanks are gonna obliterate those guys.
The only elimination is a jet.
There's a lot of them down here.
That's clear. Out.
We definitely gotta bring more tanks here. That's a commander there.
Where do you need us, sir?
I think we did it. Their commander died, so the game ended. That's not how Battlefield 2042 should work. That was a pretty good fight. I lost, oh, my scout LAV. Oh, and some tanks. I have 22 of them, so it shouldn't be too bad. But that was good. So, like, they lost a lot of stuff. So what I'm basically saying is, did you see how many combat roles there were? There were so many different combat roles. You had naval craft, and they were able, because of the map design, the naval craft were able to participate in the entire fight. Throughout, because of the map design, they were able to fight and provide fire support on the sides. The helicopters, like, they came in mid-game, late game, after all the anti-air defenses were taken out. Heavy tanks, 8 armored personnel carriers, and infantry doing the main push. There were a lot of vehicles. The heavy destroyer ships, gunships, those guys providing cover fire for the ground troops and the armored troops and the landing troops, by just staying in the area, making sure that area is secured. I fired smoke. There's so many different combat rules, and I tried to kind of mimic 64 players at a time per side. Like, I can't control the AI, but and then the helicopters going around looking for artillery, being a nice kill force. Like, that is a nice beach landing assault. Like, that was good. That is something very enjoyable that I would have loved to see in Battlefield 2042. And if you don't want to do any of those vehicle combat roles, I mean, ignoring the ammunition, I mean, maybe they can have a new gameplay mechanic where there's an ammo supply truck or an ammo supply boat, and it gives you ammo faster and repairs your damage faster. Like, whatever, I don't care. We have those in Planetside too, the proximity repair sunders and the ammunition sunders, and Galaxies do it too. So you got that role. Like, if you don't want to do those roles, you saw how many infantry soldiers I had running through the city. They had to push forward, fall back. There was smoke, so they fell back because the smoke is just too dangerous. And then they just pushed, the enemy just pushed right through the smoke and killed some of my tanks and LAVs, and really hurt that spearhead there down that road. But when I retreated back to the battleship area, the battleship was able to provide cover fire once again, and then they were able to push again, and they found that forward operating base in the forest. So if you're a foot soldier, if you don't like any of those vehicle roles, the support roles, the bombardment, artillery roles, the armor role, if you don't like any of those roles, you could be a foot soldier, and you would still have an important role in the battlefield, because you have your law or SMA or whatever missiles rocket they had on their back. I guess I could see. You had your You had your assault rifle and light machine gun pushing through the base, pushing through. First it was the beach, then it was the city, which you push forward, retreated, push forward again. And then you had the small houses, which was light combat, not so bad, pushing forward into the field, and then the forest, finding the forward operating base. Like, you still had an important role as a foot soldier. The commander was just my character was just sitting at the base, sitting in the back, whatever. And you had all these important roles of the battle. Even jets taking out the scout helicopters, the helicopters taking out artillery pieces, because those artilleries, they were firing smoke and hindering my advancement, and they took out some of my tanks and LAVs. So those are And the boats, they had a combat roll the whole map because they pushed forward on the side and through the water, just bridge by bridge. They machine gunned any troops that were on foot. Like that was Battlefield. If that was a 2042 map, if that was a Battlefield 2042 map, that'd probably be my favorite map. Can they do it with all of those buildings being destructible and all of those different combat roles happening? Can they do it in a game mode of breakthrough? If they did, I would shut up and give them my money. Like that is what I wanted in a Battlefield 2042 map when it's 64 versus 64 on a game mode of breakthrough. You've got a variety of combat roles, offensive roles, support roles, artillery roles, scout roles, helicopter, aircraft, watercraft, heavy armor, light armor, anti-air, artillery, and of course, the man and his rifle, the infantry with their rifles going building to building. Like that is what I want. You got all those things. And the defenders, they had a lot of stuff too. So that's 2042. It could be so much better than what we have right now. I wish, in conclusion, Battlefield 2042 could take inspiration from the gameplay we just did. That's it. Like, man, those battleships and those flares going off and the buildings, that would look fantastic in Frostbite 2. Amazing. All the city. Did you see the details in the city? You had little trucks. You had all kinds of little things. Like, just that would be. That's the gameplay I want in 2042. A variety of combat roles. Alright. I'm going to end the video there. Hope you enjoyed this gameplay. I tried to make it a little exciting here. I'm not that good at the game, but the YouTube tutorials, like, I'm not going to play this game. I just wanted to show you this moment of the beach landing on Seoul. Like, I don't like this game very much. All right. Have a good one, and see you later.